Hello everyone, Squick here again. I'm actually kind of enjoying these. It helps me just get thoughts out and just do different things. Anyways, good. So more responses, I guess you could say, but nothing like negative. Just agreeing actually with a lot of stuff. OGGM did a wonderful video where he brought up like the people have like Veruca Salts. Oh, that's insulting to the band. Just kidding. Um, about the people who are complaining about Barbarian. Seriously, folks, he's 100% right. Who the fuck is saying anything about Barbarian? Who? Are the people who are complaining about this the ones who have Goth relatives? Is there anyone there whom have Huns in their bloodline? And if you are, I don't think you're complaining about Barbarian. What the fuck? Seriously, why? Why would you? And what the reason why this bothers me in a way is because there are people who could have legitimate concerns, even if others see them as frivolous, but they could be legitimate concerns to go, hey, this is something that needs to be addressed. But when you have someone who's just saying the stupidest shit, you're not you're not helping anybody. You're harming more than anything else, because then people are gonna go, why the fuck are you doing that? You know, you're not representing anybody. You're just being stupid. Because what other words can you use for barbarian? You can't use savage for obvious reasons, so that you can't use. You can't use wild person. That makes no sense. Um, there's nothing there. The fact that the concept is wrapped in a tribalist uh primitive, not primitive. It's wrapped in a way that it's like you said, totems, rage, that kind of mechanic. It's hard to see anything else other than the word barbarian, because it just fits that concept of the class. So, yeah, I totally agree with OG. It's just a ridiculous thing to complain about it. Now I saw at least 3 videos from the rules lawyer. I think it's the rules lawyer. I could be wrong. Sorry, man. I don't quite. I'm still trying to get everything. I just don't have a script in front of me yet. Um, Questing Beast and Dungeon Craft, and another dude who I just totally forgot. And I'm sorry, man. I'll put all you guys in the description to thank you for doing your videos. But you brought up a very fun point of the thing of like there's very little DMs for Dungeons and Dragons. All these showed like how much it has skewed more to players, which, when you think about it, is what what seems to be the plan for Hasbro to do, in which you, in my opinion, what Hasbro should do, don't make D&D as um, the tabletop role RPG, and they might be trying to move away from the '80s look, the Satanic Panic or what have you, and move towards, as everyone's been saying, um, you see it as a brand. So you have cartoons or anime. Heck, I think that'd be kind of fun. Toy products, a movie line, stuff like that. And you have the ampersand as the main logo. And I think that that's going to be a way of doing things. So if they moved away from the '80s product, and I'm probably went off for a moment, but if you went away from the '80s look of, okay, so it's 4 people, 5 people sitting around a table rolling dice, using their imaginations. If you want to move it to more player oriented, you make video games. You make a fighting game, which I'll be honest would be kind of cool to see. You make an action RPG. You could make a tactical RPG. You could probably make a standard CRPG. You have at least four things. You could do a Metroid. Oh, you could do a Metroidvania. You could do a roguelike, roguelite, either one. You could do those with your product. Just don't use settings in a way. Don't have don't make like Ravenloft a Metroidvania. Don't just don't, but use something else. There's plenty of things there that you could use. Hell, make Strixhaven the thing, or not, or Eberron, or not. Don't use Forgotten Realms, don't use Greyhawk, only because that's old, and that might seem weird to say, but it's 80s, and I think that if you want to be more player based, you're going to move away from the 80s. You're going to look towards, like I said, Strixhaven. Maybe you're not Strixhaven because you don't want to have a conflict with another IP, but just that specific kind of thing. So where people go, oh yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. You mean the not Critical Role and not Stranger Things, but oh look, that's the X setting where, yeah, that's cool. I like that cartoon that comes out on Adult Swim with their adult brand. There you go. You Watchy's gone. Let's just hypothetically say Watchy disappears. Hasbro takes it over fully, more so than I guess now. And Watsy has magic, and they do their own little thing. But the D&D thing suddenly becomes like how White Wolf did it with their Black Dog label. But you could have an offshoot, call it something, and the D&D could do that, and you could have different kind of things. So you have like a Game of Thrones ish TV show that's D&D, but a mature brand of D&D, and that way you could have that kind of stuff to where you have different core audiences you could get to, and then once you have that, then you'll have people buying the product. Do what TSR was supposed to do originally and publish books. Publish books. Find authors, pay them good, and publish books for the settings. Not the old stories. So I think that if they went that route, they would grow their brand in a way. But to go back to everything, well, I went off topic for a moment there. Um, to go back to D&D being to the game itself having low DMs, it's because I don't know. I'm a 3.5 girl, so I'd rather play 3.5, and I enjoyed the more options that 3.5 had. Fifth edition has good homebrew, and I judge a game's homebrew, at least for D&D, as how strong it is. If there's a lot of homebrew for it, then it's a pretty decently strong game. Second, what I first read was second edition, definitely 3.x, and fifth seems to have a decent amount of homebrew for it. Not a whole lot, because it seems to be a little bit more inflexible. I mean, a majority of the stuff I see is some monsters and a lot of warlock patrons. So that to me says that the other stuff really isn't that, like, the subclasses really aren't hitting it in terms of homebrew. If I'm wrong, please someone show me. I mean, I'm more than happy to see someone showing me like there's other kind of things. But yeah, and like I said, the point of all of it is that D&D will become something different. I have a feeling after the new edition releases, a lot of core players are going to enjoy it because it's going to become player focused. They'll have virtual DMs to run a virtual game. That way, there's a lot less stress on the player on the DM because they won't need them anymore. And while the DMs are the ones primarily buying the books, if as Dungeon Craft said, no, that other dude. I'm sorry. If they focus on the players buying stuff, like microtransactions, that's a scary thought in some ways. Then yeah, you could sit there and see a player playing the thing, going, "Ooh, I want to buy that new skin for my PC. Yeah, this is cool." And paying the microtransactions for it, where the DM won't, because the DM just has the rules, and if they go to a virtual DM, then you don't have to ever worry about the rules. The story's going to be there, kind of thing. You load up a module, you have um, David Heath doing the voice, saying, "Here's this," and you have yourself players going to D&D Beyond, flocking to it, and the DMs slowly just kind of vanish, because who wants to DM a game like that when you could DM the old editions? I'm not saying DMs will disappear. It's just that the new edition of D&D won't need them anymore. They'll just need players. Anyways, I ranted on long enough. I gotta go to work. Y'all take care. Have yourself a wonderful day. Magustulations. No, can't you say that? That's the last pod. Um, no, I can't say that one either. Just have a good day, y'all. Hail Satan.